Discovery video 41. This is Delaware Park on a Tuesday. I highlighted the race condition. It's a maiden claiming 30,000. Was originally scheduled for the turf, but is off the turf. But it qualifies as a preferred race, a 4-star preferred race, as a maiden claiming race. Preferred races are what we concentrate on. On the Horse Racing Digest page, follow your banner, your link here, takes you to the Discovery, view all Discovery videos. Big red arrow over here on the right side. I've got a listing of my value odds and overlay preferred races. In these races, I have a better than average chance on getting a big odds, value odds, or overlay winner. And not only that, the favorite frequently not only does not win, but runs out of the money. I got non-graded stakes races and grade 3s. That was the newest category added. Maiden claiming races, 4-star, the best of the best. Maiden special weight. Claiming races with a condition like non-winners of something, also 4-star. Bottom and low-level claiming races, basically your $5,000 to $10,000 claimers. All races run on the turf, and all races run over a wet track. In this video, we're going to be looking at a maiden claiming race, 4 stars, one of the best of all preferred races. Okay, now we've qualified the race. The next thing we need to do, look at the value odds horses. Well, we had 2, but 1 was a scratch. It made our job easier. The 1 Forever Diva scratched out, so that leaves the first time starter, number 4, Red for Certain, the lone value odds horse in the race. Okay. Now, if we're interested in Red for Certain, depends on the odds in their post time, because that is the most important thing. Here's how it looked before post time. Nefarious, the 11, even though was really scheduled for the turf here, they sent it in. They bet her down to 3 to 5. I mean, I could see that she was running in Southern Cal, but then she shipped in on the dirt, Philly Park, nothing there. But 3 to 5, let me tell you, that's insane. All right, but frequently in these preferred races, you'll see this happen. Because what's happening is the betting public is at a loss. They don't know what to do, and they certainly do not know how to gauge first-time starters. So they didn't have any clue on what to do for Red for Certain. Okay, but the value odds horse was going off at 23 to 1. Let's see, the 1 horse is scratched. The Group A is rounded out with the 8 at 6 to 1 and the 2 at 5 to 1. Obviously, your Group A horses here. Obvious overlay, big time, is a first timer at 23 to 1. Now, we have a certain criteria for first time starters. One of the things we look at is pattern and distance of workouts, not the time of the workouts. This one's got an interesting figure here. Workout points for the 4 is a perfect 100. Keep in mind that this is a rating for the pattern of workouts and the distance. It has nothing to do with the speed of the workouts. So 100 being my perfect rating, the 4 got a perfect 100. And that is actually an angle of the 36 proven winning overlay angles. Your free ebook here on the Horse Racing Digest page. Angle 34 is actually very precise. It's amazing how precise this angle is. I wrote here, but it has proven to have a high impact value. Look for horses that have workout points of exactly 100. A horse's workout points of exactly 100 means it has an absolute perfect pattern of workouts. based on our criteria. Okay? Sometimes you will even see a horse with nothing else positive have 100 exact workout points and win at 15 to 1, 20 to 1 or higher. Well, we got a first-time starter here, so there's really nothing else. Nothing else. There's not too much else that we can go on. Well, I can tell you what we can go on. Just doesn't matter whether we make the bet or not. But Red Bullet as a sire, I really like that, especially going a route distance. So 7.5 furlongs is kind of like a. It's kind of technically a route. Let's see here. No, actually, this was 8 furlongs because they moved it to the dirt, so it is a route. Yeah, I like Red Bullet, and I like trainer Anthony Pecoraro, just overall as a trainer. But absolutely, we are with confidence on Red for certain. Now remember, the odds let us know. First of all, we looked and we qualified it as a preferred race. Then we looked at the value odds horses. One was scratched. That leaves us with just the one, Red for certain. And next we looked for the odds, and they were 23 to 1 near post time. So, yes, we are a go-ahead green light to place the bets here, and they go as follows. First bet is the win bet. Even if we're going to play exotic wagers, we must get the win bet down first. There's just, some people play win wagers only and do very well. But absolutely, we don't want to be caught with exotic wagers and not a win ticket on a 23 to 1 shot. So, for the videos, I go $10 to win. Your bet could be more or less depending on your bankroll. Next in line, if we have the bankroll to play exotics, I wheel the exacta. So that would be a 4-all exacta. And I wheel exactas and I wheel doubles. So, and if we have a rolling double, we'd be coming all 4-all. So we wheel the exacta, wheel the double. We got our win bet down. Next is the trifecta. We play it as follows. Keep in mind the scratches. The 1 and the 3 are scratched. So we're going to put the 4 on top in the trifecta, all by herself. Second position, we're going to put the 11, 8, 2, 9. That represents the rest of Group A and the top horse in Group B, which becomes the 9 after the 2 scratches. And then we're going to go all for third, 10-cent super, all for fourth. This is the beginning of the pick 4, also pick 3 races. What we do is when we play pick 3s and pick 4s, we look for a long-priced horse like this one that has a good chance to win, and we use that horse as a single, whereas many horse players like to find that quote-unquote sure thing, 4 to 5 shot to single in their pick 3s and pick 4s. That doesn't make any sense to me, because even if the horse does win, everybody at the track and the simulcast outlet's going to have that horse going. So, I mean, what payoff are we going after? In my opinion, if we're going to gamble, we gamble. We do it the right way. We don't gamble for nickels. We're not at the nickel slot machines. All right? I go for the gusto. So, we're going to single the 23 to 1 shot. Now, the 4 is the single in the pick 3 and the pick 4. Who are we going to play in the other races of the pick 3 and the pick 4? We don't even have to look. You know why we don't have to look? Because, well, we have to look to see who's scratched, but other than that, you're going to play the Group A horses. That simple. Take our single here. We're kicking off the pick 4. Group A horses in the other races. That's your top 4 picks. And the 4 will be a single at 23 to 1. So, let's see how good our first-time starter criteria worked out. Look at that. 10 lengths drawing away. 10 lengths. Horse looked like Secretariat out there. Daughter of Red Bullet, 23 to 1, $48. On the Win Mutual, actually I got all your payoffs here. You finished 4-9, so we had that set up in our trifecta. 4 with the 11, 8, 2, 9. So we hit everything. Yeah, here's all your payoffs here. $10 win bet returns $240. We got both daily doubles. Remember, we wheel exactas and doubles, so we got 105.80 and 184. $2 exacta paid $423. Nice. 10-cent super 159. This was nice. The dollar trifecta with our strategy paid $4, $1,875.60. For good measure, we hit a couple of pick threes there for $1. 240.20 and 352.30, and we kicked off the pick four with our single winner, and all we had to do was get the Group A horses in the other races, in which we did. As a matter of fact, 2 of them were top picks, and one of them was a top pick value odds horse. But all we needed was Group A, and we definitely got that. So the dollar pick four returned $1,139.80. Total on this one slow Tuesday. It may be slow, but you never know when these big chunks are going to come. $4,719.88 just on that one horse. Now, okay, that's how you're going to hit them in chunks like that. Okay, 4,000 here, 2,000 there, 9,800 there, 4,000 here, 10,000 there, 2,500 here, 3,700 there, 9,100 there, 2,000. I mean, I think you get the point. The point I'm getting at is the long-term profit. It's had in chunks like this, not dribble drabble in every race. The odds on a player playing 10 straight races at one track and making a profit in every race are highly against the player. Now, if you manage your bankroll, you can get from one big score to the next without any problems. So I end each video with the subject of bankroll management. I've proven over the last 16 years of my research that the way to make a long-term profit is in these big chunks. Okay? The other secret sauce part, is what I call it, is the bankroll management. Without managing our money, we're an incomplete puzzle. I've got a rule to go by, a guideline. First of all, you figure out how much your horse racing bankroll is. You set that money aside. You know, not money you're going to pay bills with, obviously. Whatever your bankroll is for horse racing, you will play a maximum of 1% of that on any given race. Now, hopefully you are focusing on preferred races to begin with. And any given race that you bet, 1% max, maybe 2. The reason why we do that is so that we are managing our money to get from one big score to the next. If we had $100 and we're betting $20 a race, well then that's like saying you've got 5 chances and you better hit. You better hit on 5 chances. And you know what happens? You blow through 5 races, your bankroll's gone, and the 6th race comes along, and it would have been a race like this. Because that's the way horse racing works. The horse racing gods make it that way. Alright, we've all been there. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, we don't want to blow our bankroll before we get from one score to the next. So that's why I use the guideline of 1% of your bankroll maximum for any race that you bet. And focus on preferred races. And 4-star preferred races are better than any other preferred race, but all preferred races are good. And if you have a race that qualifies for 2 of these, that's even better. Okay? Alright, well this has been a very entertaining video, another first-time starter by 10 lengths. I love to see that. I really do. One thing I wanted to show you before I go here, remember I mentioned these favorites frequently finish out of the money. these heavy favorites in preferred races. Well, there was Nefarious at 3-5, finishing off the board. Okay? Frequently happens in preferred races. Thank you very much for viewing. Good luck with all your wagers.